Hi everyone, AC the Trash Fairy here. Um, I've Let me start off by saying thank you everyone out there in the TikTok community and in YouTube communities. I love every one of you. I love the great messages. I love your support. Um, Keep watching, keep sharing, keep subscribing. There's more to come. I have so many ideas, so many ideas. And I am listening to all of your comments. Um, got my safety glasses, got my masks, got my gloves. So I'm on it. I'm listening to you. Also, the video that I'm going to be posting along with this was videotaped before um, all of this happened. I videotaped several videos, and trying to learn the editing process is very difficult. Especially for somebody who's nearly 60. I'm 59 years old, and I'll be 60 soon, and so it's very hard. And also, I have chemo brain from years ago, so stuff doesn't come as fast to me. Creative part, I got it down, but the logistics of creating all this content, it is so hard. It is so difficult. Um, so bear, stay with me. I'm gonna get better. The production value will increase, and thank you for sticking with me. And please have patience. Um, Enjoy this next video. Going up on the back of it, and some elephant ears on either side. Um, Now, I did tell her to purchase two by fours treated, because I need the supports, the four corner supports, and I didn't find those in the trash. I didn't have, and a one post that I found on the side of the road, I managed to make 5 pieces. Now, granted, some of the pieces are going to be smaller, right? I have to cut the rotted part off, but the seat's going to be maybe 18 inches deep. So I have enough. We we have got to start repurposing. We have to, and at the same time, beautifying our spaces. Why not? Who cares? Don't get tired of saying that. Anyways, you can see how this is the part where it was rotted out. You can see it. But this is still hard wood everywhere else. It's still hard wood. Obviously, we're not going to use this part. Although, my crazy mind sees how beautiful all this looks. And I would love that to use in a sculpture or something. Wouldn't that be beautiful in a piece of art and something? I know you're saying, what? I don't see it, AC. I don't know. You keep watching my videos and you'll start to think like me, and that's a good thing because you'll start saving money. Your space will be beautified, and you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel better. Keep watching my videos. Okay, so I cut a lot of it to size already, and again, these are, you can see the nail holes on them. They've been used before because I got them out of off the side of the road, and I just pulled the nails out of them. Again, it's solid wood, and it's in the trash. Just because it has nails in it, it doesn't mean that it cannot be used. Especially if it's going to be out in the elements, and it's going to be, in a few years, it's going to be no good anymore, obviously, right? But here's the kicker. If you stain it, and usually you put the stain and you rub it off or whatever, I like to just leave it. I leave it, let it soak in, and I mean go in with a lot. Don't be stingy with the stain, y'all. Don't be stingy. And especially the ends, you know, in the ends, let it drink up all of the stain, because once it all dries and stuff and you assemble it, as soon as you do a cut, stain that cut when you assemble it, because this way when it rains and the water goes into your joints where it's, you know, put together, it doesn't rot. It won't penetrate the wood. Okay, so this is what I like to do. When you're building a deck, you should do the same thing. You should stain everything first, and that way, you know, usually when you build the deck, then you roll on the stain, and you have to make sure it gets into the crevices and stuff. But if you stain it before, it's stained on both ends, on both sides, the bottom and the top. So if the water comes, you know, runs down, or the moisture from the ground is going up, it's protected. It's protected, and it will give your deck, you know, another 10, 15 years added on to whatever, you know, so it can last a long, long time. Which is what you want, right? To enjoy your stuff, and it costs money, honey. It costs money to make all these things, and so you want them to last as much as possible. So then again, these are this is one 4x4 that I rescued from the side of the road. Again, just stain the hell out of it. Just cover it completely with this stain. Make sure you get every nook and cranny. Let it soak. This part's going to be cut, so it doesn't matter, but let it soak in. And it will, and I like to pre-drill. That way the wood won't split. And even though this wood is already weathered, we still don't want it to split, you know? We still better be safe than sorry. Okay, guys, so I've attached the two posts on either side at the bottom. This is our seat. It's laying down sideways right now. This is the third post. We're gonna do another post right here, and it's still kind of rickety because it needs support. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a picket from fences that I picked up along the side of the road. Again, they're kind of old, but they're still solid and good. And I'm gonna cut it to size. It's gonna be one in the front, one in the back, and it will stabilize the bottom part. And then I'm gonna do some here on at the top on this side, this is the top of the trellis. Once that's stabilized, I can stand it up, and it'll stand on its own, and it'll be kind of solid. Then we'll put we'll put the seat in, and then we can start working on the back and the sides, which are the panels from the crib. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm talking about. Here are the 4 posts. These are the posts that they were 2x4s, and I split them down the middle. She actually purchased these. Everything else that you see, everything, all of this other wood was all repurposed wood. I found it on the side of the road. This is the 4x4 that I split into 5 pieces, and they're going to be the slats that are going to go on the bench so that we can actually sit on them. And then right here in the back is where we're going to be putting one panel of the crib. The second panel will be cut in half, and then half of it will go here and half will go on this side. I cut my the crib panels to the sizes that I need. As you can see, this is what they look like. I went ahead and started spray painting some of the um, turned wood details on the panels, so that and everything else that you see that's white, that's unpainted, will be yellow. It's going to be yellow, and then they're going to fit into the bench. These are going to be the sides. These two are going to be the sides, and then that's going to be the back. And I'm just using regular spray paint, you know. Um, and what I'm doing is I spray them down so that I don't get it on the other colors. And just do whatever paints you have around, you know, whatever colors you have. It doesn't really matter. It looks very whimsical with all the colors and stuff, all the vibrant tones, especially with the espresso stain that I mixed all the stains I had in the garage. So, and it came out to that espresso color, which I'm very pleased with, because these colors are gonna pop. I mean, they're gonna stand out beautifully. Okay guys, so I've already painted yellow all the part that was left white on the crib panels. I've got the other ones back there. I'm finishing up this one, but basically we're just giving it a yellow coat to everything that's white, as you can see. And I'm almost done with this one. These in the trash, and these are wooden biscuits. They're called wooden biscuits. And these are to join pieces of lumber together, pieces of wood together. You bore the holes, and you make little slots, and then you dip these in the wood glue, and you stick it into one wood, and then you put it in the other wood, and you join them. They're joints. I found these in the trash. These are for professional wood craftsmen, which I am not. I don't consider myself a professional by any means. But that's what these are used for. I'm not going to use them for that. I don't do that. If I want to join two pieces of wood together, I just screw them together, or I nail them, or I glue them. Either way. But I like the shapes of these. So I'm going to paint them and turn them into little flowers, because once these panels go on here, it's going to look odd that everything else is dark and then this is the only color on there. I want to spread the color out elsewhere, and so I'm going to do it with these flowers. And so I found these in a box on the side of the road with a whole bunch of other pieces of wood and things like that. And I guess somebody got tired of doing their project, or they were done with their project, and they had all this, these left over, and they tossed them. And I'm like, I don't use them for that. I usually just screw things together or nail them or glue them. But in this instance, I think I can use them to make flowers to embellish our bench / trellis. Again, use what you have. And if something has an interesting shape, maybe you can add it to something else, and it makes a flower shape or a heart shape, or just anything interesting that you can then color in the same color scheme that you have, and it goes together. It doesn't have to be, specific to whatever theme we're making. And so, anyways, so I'm gonna paint these with exterior paint. They probably won't last forever, and they'll probably fall off in a year or two or something like that. But and you can redo them if you want with a better, piece of wood or whatever. A batch that I found a while back, because they were kind of dusty when I pulled them out of the garage. They weren't from the from the batch that I built the bottom part of this. So yeah, I probably found them maybe a year ago, maybe, I don't know, but they've been in the garage. And again, I stained it. I cut them to the sizes that I need. I split them, and so now we're gonna make kind of like a pergola style. We're going to do an Asian pergola style, and so let's see. Hold on. And that's what I wanted it to look like at the top, kind of like a little crown. Um, yeah, I'm gonna start screwing everything down. That's the kind of the design that I was kind of wanting, kind of like a little pyramid. But it also gives it all of these little openings for the vine to go through and grab it. As it grabs it, it's gonna secure it down to the ground as well, so it ain't going nowhere. Because we're not gonna cement it down or anything like that. We can. It's so light, you can move it around if you wanted to. So I finished constructing it. So these are the little wooden biscuits that you use to join wood uh, joints with. Anyways, and I painted them red and yellow, and that's what I did with them. I used some of these that I bought at Walmart a long time ago, and I used them as the centers for them. I think it came out really cool. What do you think? Um, and so it's very sturdy. As you can see, I'm probably about 1,500 pounds, and look, I can sit in it. um, this is not the way it's gonna look when I post the picture of it, of the finished, of it all completed. I want to put some whimsical curtains on it just for now, because the vine, which I've already planted on a planter and it's already growing, it's gonna take a while for it to like overtake it and stuff, and it'll look beautiful once it's done. I'll post that at a later, because this, remember, it's her garden, and so I'm going project by project and videotaping each project so that you all can see how I did the finished product of the whole backyard.